Hello folks and welcome once again to W3L Wrestling Showdown right here on W3L Network. Where else? And thank you for joining us, thanks for hitting the subscribe button, because yes ladies and gentlemen, we've got live events coming up at the end of this month. Time is getting away from us, so make your plans to be part of them. Make your plans to join us, get your tickets ASAP, they are going to be fantastic, I can guarantee it. Remember, it all kicks off on Friday, February the 28th. We're going to be down in Newcastle. The following day, Saturday, February the 29th, leap year day, we're going to be returning to Buckhaven for the first time in a long time. And then Sunday, March the 1st, we hang up Linlithgow. The Wonder Kid Johnny Storm, British wrestling legend and former W3L Tag Team Champion, is going to be on hand for all those events, along with all your W3L favourites as well. Plus we have more events in April, but I'll tell you about them a little later on. I want to say a big thank you to the amazing Crafty Connoisseur, who are doing us the courtesy of sponsoring every live W3L event in 2020. And if you or somebody you know want to sponsor an event, maybe just one event, maybe it's lots, doesn't matter, get in touch and we'll tell you how you can be part of W3L as well. And if you're watching last week's edition of Showdown, which I'll take it you were, sure you subscribed, right? You'll have seen the contract signing for the Heavyweight Championship match between current champion Mike Musso and challenger Tim Strange. Things got a little heated. Tim Strange said some questionable things to Mike Musso. It all threatened to get physical there and then, but thankfully management and security were able to keep them apart, and they spent the past 7 days stewing about this upcoming match. Mike Musso wants to get some revenge on Tim Strange for what was said, and Tim Strange wants to get his hands on the W3L Heavyweight Championship. But will it happen? Well, that's what we're about to see. Mike Musso is going to defend the title against Tim Strange. Are we going to see a changing of the guard? One way or another, this is going to affect our live events coming up in February and March. This is one you do not want to miss. Can Mike Musso continue his 6th championship reign? Or is Tim Strange going to be the new flag bearer, maple leaf covered I would assume, of W3L? Anything is possible. Let's get down to ringside and we'll find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown, and the Heavyweight Championship will very shortly be up for grabs. In the foreground is the merchandise Mike Musso, the reigning 6-time W3L Heavyweight Champion. And the man he's facing is the number 1 contender, the man holding that title aloft, although it's not technically his yet. Clad in the green trunks, that is Mr. Tim Strange. And there's the championship belt both men are fighting over. Now I am sure you saw what happened last week right here in Wrestling Showdown. Both men signed the contract for this match. Strange said some questionable things about Mike Musso's private life that aren't really worth repeating. The footage is still there if you want to go and watch last week's episode, assuming that you haven't already. But we'll just wait for the belt ring. There we go, and it's now official, Strange versus Musso. But both men have had 7 days to calm themselves down, to give it a cooler head and a fresh perspective on things. But there's obviously a lot of animosity between the two. Mike Musso doesn't take kindly to people bad-mouthing him. In fact, he's now going to be able to get his hands on Tim Strange legally here in the ring. It's a great delight to him. And you can hear the crowd on the side of Mike Musso, and understandably so. Such a popular man, the backbone of W3L. As I said, a 6-time W3L Heavyweight Champion. He's got the Tag Team Championship as well. You name it, Mike Musso has done it. And Tim Strange just backs him into the corner as his 2 big men. And Tim Strange is something of an unknown quantity in many respects. So you may know the history of Tim Strange, you may not. We saw him at a Fight for Life special, which went up for free here on the W3L Network back on Boxing Day. He was involved in a 6-way contest, which is how he became the number 1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship. He eliminated 3 of the 6 participants, so that was more than anyone else. And he Matty Mayhem after hitting with his Northern Lariat. He knocked out Taylor Bryden with a camel clutch. He then knocked out the very good Mr. Yujimaki with a chain. So Tim Strange proved his toughness to come back to W3L after such a gap, which we'll detail just a bit, and to eliminate 3 out of his 5 opponents. Break on the ropes there. That's quite a feat. So well done to Tim Strange for that. Of course, that has given him this opportunity. But it's proved that he will use underhand and questionable tactics. And again, if you saw the contract signing last week, the things he said to Mike Musso really don't have a place. They don't really have anything to do with the match necessarily. What happens in Musso's private life doesn't necessarily affect him in the ring. But obviously Tim Strange felt it necessary to drag that up, trying to get a psychological edge over Musso, I assume. It's fine to try and get that arm of Tim Strange. Tim's a big man. They're roughly the same weight, oddly enough, though obviously the muscle mass is distributed that bit differently. Look at this, both men struggling here. Musso's trying to take the arm. Strange made it extremely difficult, kind of blocked it. Oh, and just smacks Musso. Obviously it's to break when he's on the ropes, but took the opportunities, he backed away just to give him a bit of clout. And he smacks him again. He's taking the biggest men that Musso's faced, certainly of late. Oh, Musso up ahead of steam, he knows what he's doing here. But he could not get the hip toss. Again, that's the thing, Tim Strange, that big, oh, wow, a weak cover, just put a hand across him, Musso. I don't think he actually expected the pin. I think it's more just arrogance, maybe a bit of psychological edge, saying to Musso, I could pin you whenever I wanted. He's hugging the fans. Musso attempted that hip toss, couldn't get it because again, Strange, a different body shape and a different body type from those he's been facing as of late as he comes charging in, and he uses it well. Strange doing head first in that turnbuckle. Musso hits avalanche. This might be so your W3L heavyweight champion. Went back at Resolution 13 and couldn't get Tim Strange up. Went for the block force trauma. That move that has caused so much damage in W3L throughout the years has led him to countless victories, but could not do it to Tim Strange. Now remember, Mike Musso, we've seen him recently, just 2 weeks ago, he got involved in the Breakout Championship match. His issues with Craig Stevens coming to the fore there. He attacked Stevens during that contest. We saw at the start of December, it was a 5-year anniversary edition. We faced Stevens and Nathan Wells for the heavyweight title. Good energetic match for the heavyweight championship. Musso barely came out of that with the title around his waist. He just gets clubbed by Tim Strange. Then Boxing Day, as I mentioned, Fight for Life took on Bobby Roberts. So Musso's used to facing guys of different shapes and sizes, but again, Tim Strange hitting for that unknown quantity. It's Musso hitting his knee lifts. And it's not that these two men are strangers. They aren't. They have actually wrestled before as Tim Strange countered the knee lift. There's so much footage of Musso available, it's quite easy in many respects to scout him. Strange goes to the cover. Musso's not quite put away as of yet. Back in August of 2005, back at Resurrection, which you can purchase on DVD from live W3L events, Mike Musso won the inaugural Tag Team Championship. He became the first ever Tag Team Champion. And opposing him in the match was Tim Strange. Not necessarily his version of Tim Strange, but Tim Strange nonetheless, they did face each other. And then the following year in the March at Remedy, Tim Strange overcame Mike Musso to win the Tag Team Championship for him and his partner. And so they've battled before, but not for a long, long time. Strange just measures Musso and runs into him. And here's the thing, like, Tim Strange is part of W3L until around 2006. From the early days, from 2003 to 2006, he may have the cover here. And Musso's still fire left in him. And he wrestled all the way up to about 2011, and then he took a hiatus. Tim Strange, as you heard last week, he talked about taking time off, and he did. He walked away from pro wrestling, something many people find very hard to do. He did it on his own terms, which is great. And it was really the end of September of last year that Tim Strange came back. So he had like an 8-year hiatus and came back, and almost immediately, it seemed, started winning again, started to compete at a high level, came up to W3L, won that 6-way. This is a fight for life. Musso with those boots right in the face. We're going to generate some offense off the middle rope here. And hits the clothesline. He has the speed advantage over Tim Strange. He's going to have to put him away. And he certainly isn't. And so Tim Strange has had this huge gap. Now, in that time, as you heard, Mike Musso's kept wrestling. And he's been competing constantly ever since. So his body's a bit more worn down, a bit more beaten up than Tim Strange. But Tim is rusty. And no offence to him, he's working hard. Has been wrestling regularly since September as Musso hits the body off the top rope. Could this end it? Not yet, unfortunately for Mike Musso. But Musso's been going since early 2000s. Strange has had 8 years off, so his body's still kind of adjusting, getting back into the rigours of regular wrestling. And so it kind of balances out. Musso will be a bit more banged up than Strange is. He's not carrying any nagging injuries in this match as Tim Strange. But he has the handicap that he's not as maybe wrestling fluent, if that makes sense. He's got some ring rust in him, and it's understandable as well. He's walking off. There's damage from Mike Musso, who drops the axe handle upon him. There's a fight around the building, it seems. And Musso slams Tim Strange head first in that ring apron. Musso knows this ring like the back of his hand. Strange getting induced to get bounced around this building. Don't get me wrong, Musso can fight with the rest of them. Don't get down and dirty. We've seen that. What about that last man standing match with Craig Stevens he had? What's Musso saying for? He's going for a Russian leg sweep. And it is right in that unforgiving apron, and it's the edge of the ring. So when you hit that, you get the metal beams and the wooden boards jabbing you in the kidneys and the lower back. Tim Strange appears to be struggling somewhat. The fair play to Tim Strange is coming back. He's been working hard at his craft, wrestling as much as he can. He's been in the gym virtually every single day, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's what he's doing. As he hits a Northern Lariat, that's to eliminate Matty Mayhem at Fight for Life, and this is going to be the way he wins the title. Oh, seems to have something else in mind. Might not be a good move. As we've seen in the past, if you've got Musso down, you want to take the advantage over him. Oh wait, is he going to do the blunt force trauma? Oh, the referee got caught! As Tim Strange spun around, Musso's foot ended up hitting the referee, and Musso barely dumps Tim Strange down, lands a big splash. Yes, he does. But the referee is out. Now, that's the thing. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but the W3L ring differs in size from other rings, because all wrestling rings are different shapes and sizes, right? So unfortunately, Tim Strange maybe isn't used to a ring off his dimensions, didn't have his spatial awareness correct, turned around and caught the ref. Musso's landed the elbow drop, but it's elementary because the referee is out cold. It's a mistake on the part of Tim Strange. Didn't want it to happen, but the referee has been clobbered, and he's spun with some velocity as well. Musso's got some solid feet. I mean, he needs it to spring around like that. We saw him leapfrogging Tim Strange, jump off the top rope. He caught the referee. Oh, and a low blow. But I guess it's legal because the referee is out cold. And another Northern Lariat. Hitting him in the back of the head. He's dragging the ref over. So the referee's coming too. Still a bit groggy. But somehow Musso kicks out. I have no idea how, but somehow he kicks out. And Tim Strange is not happy in the slightest and just shoves the ref to the floor. That was his best chance to win the title. He's got that flagpole. Someone come along with that last week for his contract signing. And he smashes Musso in the midsection and across the back. And I have no idea what that pole's made of, but he has smashed Musso and he is now just throttling him. And the crowd voicing their displeasure. And there's nobody that can stop this. Tim Strange has got the better of Mike Musso. He's choking him with that flagpole. Now, Musso could pass out. Musso could be choked unconscious because there's nobody to break this, and Musso can't gained some air in his lungs. The referee's stunning, but he took a kick to the face from Mike Musso, albeit inadvertently, and then Tim Strange shoved him out the ring where he would have bounced on that wooden floor. And Mike Musso might be flat out cold. And Tim Strange just continuing to choke Mike Musso, and the referee unconscious. He climbed on the apron, he's barely moving. I think he took a nasty knock to the head. I bet the ref doesn't know what day it is. Tim Strange sees the ref. Well, this is his best chance. This is his best chance to try and get a pinfall victory. But I think he's got the flagpole back over. I don't even know if the referee's noticed what's going on here. Musso showing some signs of life. I think that time where Tim Strange went across the ref gave Musso a precious few seconds to try and get some lungfuls of air back into himself to try and come back and try and fight against Tim Strange here. Strange is throwing the flagpole away, maybe he realises he'll get disqualified now. I don't think this is a rule in Canadian wrestling that they like to use your country's flag, right? Tim Strange saying the referee, I think the ref's seen the flag. Is that the case? Referee's calling for the bell? Is that the referee's doing? Tim Strange saying no, trying to plead with the referee not to ring the bell. He's called the match off. We'll need to get official word of what's going on here. Oh, and Tim Strange did not like that and laid out the ref and kicks him out the ring. I'm assuming the referee disqualified him for use of the flagpole. The ref clearly isn't thinking straight, crawled into the ring. I think he initially went for to count the pinfall, but then saw the flagpole, and it's taken him a lot of time to gain his senses. And Tim Strange has got that championship belt. He's got a thick metal plate, and he's obviously intending to introduce Mike Musso's head to it. Musso was choked for what, a good 60 seconds? 120 seconds? I have no idea. He's probably... Oh, hold on! Strange rolls out the ring because here comes the very good Mr. UNG Mackey and Taylor Brown. We thought Mackey would overcome Mike Musso's head, but they chased Tim Strange away. Mike Musso up on his feet. I bet he was nearly passed out. I bet he nearly passed out with being choked by that flagpole. So the match has been called off. Events in absolute disarray. The referee's unconscious on the floor. Tim Strange is scarpered. The title's still Musso, I think. Can we get official word as to what's going on? Can we get to the ring announcer?
Here is your winner as a result of a disqualification and still W3L.
So yes, the referee disqualifies Tim Strange for using the flag. Mike Musso retains the W3L Heavyweight Championship.
Chaos and controversy there, ladies and gentlemen. The referee gets knocked loopy and eventually ends up disqualifying Tim Strange for using his flag to choke out Mike Musso. Absolute carnage. Everybody was confused what was going on. The only thing we do know for certain is that Tim Strange was disqualified, that Mike Musso walks away as the W3L Heavyweight Champion. But because of that, because of the controversy in that contest with the referee going down and everything that happened, neither party was fully satisfied. Mike Musso wants to convincingly defeat Tim Strange and put him in his place once and for all. Tim Strange feels that he was unjustly disqualified and could have easily won the Heavyweight Championship given a couple more minutes. So, quick to sort the situation out, W3L management have decreed that we will see a rematch between the merchandise Mike Musso and Mr. Tim Strange, and it will happen on Friday, February 28th in Newcastle. What a way to kick off our 2020 adventures. A heavyweight championship rematch. Mike Musso versus Tim Strange is going to be part of our live event down in Newcastle, Friday, February the 28th. Of course, the next day we are going to be hitting up Buckhaven. The day after that, we hit Linlithgow. Johnny Storm will be in tow on all three of those events. Who's he going to face? What's he going to do? You'll find out being there. And all your W3L favourites will be there as well. So come along and find out what is going to happen. And remember, we've got live events in April as well. On the 4th and 5th, we are in Dunfermline and Gala Shields respectively. Then on the 17th, we present our first major event in the year. We present Remedy, coming to you live from Edinburgh. The day after that we're in Grangemouth, and the day after that we return to Stockton on Tees. These are a whole cornucopia of amazing events coming up over the next month or two, so make sure you are part of them. Thank you once again to the amazing Crafty Connoisseur. They're sponsoring every one of those events. Again, there's still time for you or someone you know to sponsor an event. Maybe it's one event, maybe it's two, maybe it's all of them, it doesn't matter. Get in touch, we'll tell you how you can make that happen. It will truly benefit us. We couldn't do it without you. So if you want to sponsor an event, if you're near any of those places, get in touch with us and we will make it happen for you. To get your hands on tickets for these events, and come on, Musso versus Strange, the rematch, that's worth the admission price alone, right? You can hit up our website, W3LWrestling.com. Get your tickets from there and send to the mailing list while you are at it. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us on Instagram, subscribe to this here channel if you haven't already. Make sure you use that there hashtag, tell us what you want to see. Who should Johnny Storm be facing? Is Mike Musso going to finally overcome Tim Strange? Will Tim Strange raise the heavyweight championship when they meet in Newcastle? Who should Mike Musso or Tim Strange's first challenger be? Get in touch, tell us what you think, let us know, and engage with W3L. And then come back here in 7 days' time, because we'll be inching ever closer to start of our live adventures here in 2020. I'll have more news about them, another amazing match, and loads more right here on Wrestling Showdown.